The first thing you want to do before you tackle any sort of project is to get your EPC or your BOB. That's the Energy Performance Certificate for your house. Right. This is the one that the previous owner of this house got, and it's part of a guide for what I need to do. Part of it doesn't make sense, or I disagree with it, but the fundamental information is really, really useful for everything you're trying to do. So first thing you need to keep in mind when you're looking at your EPC is that it's a generic rating. It's not about how much energy you use, because a house could have 6 people in it or it could have 1 person in it, and the energy use is going to be consequently different. So this is a neutral thing that is supposed to allow you to compare different buildings. So that's the first thing. The second thing is it's a treasure trove of useful information for all the contractors you're going to get, because it's got the square meters of the roof, it's got the square meters of the building, it's got how much exterior space, what are your windows rated at. It's going to make it a lot easier to get quotes. So that's what's really, really great about it. What's not great about the EPC is that it sets out a plan for what you're supposed to do with the building. But if you look at the plan, and that's here, it's got insulate the walls, insulate the floors. I mean, that's all good stuff, but nowhere here does it talk about putting on solar panels or a heat pump. And that's what's going to save you money, and that's what's really going to drive down the emissions from your building. So one thing to keep in mind when you're looking at your EPC is what it's actually measuring and what it quantifies. So it's the type of walls that you've got, it's the type of windows that you've got, it's the type of insulation that's already there, but these are based on invoices that are provided with the house. It's not the actual performance. So you still need to go and verify, was the insulation well installed? Is it still performing well? And you can do that quite easily with a thermal camera. So that's a big tip. It's also going to look at things like, how old is your house? How many square meters and what kind of volume is it? And what's the orientation? Have you got a south-facing front? Have you got north-facing? All that information is contained within it, and that's why it makes it such a great base for planning your home electrification. So you can see here, the house is currently rated as an F, and my goal is to get it up to a C or possibly a B. Now, the really key part of that, when you buy a house, if you promise to increase the performance rating of the house by a certain number of classes, 2, 3, or 4, you get a reduction on your droit d'enregistrement, so the sort of the stamp duty that you pay when you buy the house, right? So in my case, I've promised to go up 3 energy classes within 5 years, and that saved me 9,000 euros off of my registration fees. So that's already a big step forward in terms of getting this electrification of my home for free, is 9,000 euros off the top. The other benefit of increasing the score here is that your mortgage rate is based on the quality of your asset. So right now I pay 3.25% annually for the next 25 years. But it's going to go down to 3.05. So that's 0.2% off of my mortgage. And that carries on throughout the 25 years. So that's a massive, massive savings for me. Thanks very much for watching. Stick with us as we electrify everything. If you have any questions, as always, ask them in the comments or get in touch and we've got you covered.